mean, he could do it.
I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting in order of the 2016-17 budget. Just so everybody knows, the camera is on. If we have any comments or anything, we have a signature, sign-up sheet, and everything else. There are, if you want to speak, we don't have a podium, but we would like you to talk to the camera as well. Comments will be limited to no more than 4 minutes and must focus on the purpose of the fiscal year 17 budget only. Anybody has any questions? Well, I will go ahead and open the public hearing for this 2016-17 budget and ask for any comments. Have there been any written comments? We have a packet. I don't know if you haven't got one. We have plenty of them here, I believe. If we don't, we can make some more up. And if you just want to thumb through it, and if you have any questions to ask, the county portion is about 17% of the dollars that we tax. Some of the questions might be on the debt services at $2.5 million. That really isn't our cost. A lot of that's reimbursable. We have to put it in as debt service, but it's reimbursable back. Like from the hospital, Carbotech, the wind farm TIF, the jail, Pine Lake corn processors, which total dollar amount from our side is about $500,000. I don't know if there's any other questions. That they could really go through. I'm open to questions if anybody has any. I don't put on the presentation that we've had the last few years, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thought you had a slide presentation.
It's the same graphics that are in that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the presentation there.
I see, all right.
Nothing new.
Well, I'm the only one on the list to ask questions or comment, whatever, so I guess I'll have to go first.
Okay.
One question I have is, have you received sufficient funds from the hospital to pay the obligation on the bonds for the coming year?
Yes.
You've already received that?
Yep.
Okay. How much is that?
Off the top of my head, I believe it's $362,000 a month that they have to put in monthly, and it's a total dollar amount of
What, 4 million? No.
1.45 million.
How much?
Annually. The hospital bond that they have to pay is $1,455,053.
Okay, so that works out to 300-some thousand a quarter.
Could be, yeah.
Okay.
If I remember right, they're telling me monthly, and they have to make those payments. If they fail to make the payment, it triggers a whole follow-up series of things. They have to have the money in the bank, I believe, a year ahead.
Yeah.
So they already have the payment for this year already in the bank, or they should. It's an 18-month ahead, so we have time to adjust it by,
Right.
don't quote me on all my dates and times, but
So we would know it in advance if we needed to include it in our budget, so it's probably close to 18 months in advance if we have to have everybody in there.
Overall budgets, if I recall, the rural services is up about $300,000. The levies has increased a little bit, and general supplemental, I believe it's $100,000 up, but the levies have decreased. So it depends if you want to go by the levy or the cash value. Most people like cash, what it's costing out of their pocket. I'm open for any other questions.
I haven't gotten through all of it yet.
I'll give you a minute.
anything challenging about putting together this budget in particular, or?
Yeah, we're increasing money. It's challenging not to. I mean, it's not that we want to, it's just challenging to find different things. The real services is up. We have knocked it down quite a bit. It's we're trying to take the wave out of it. To bring the back to a balance, it did come up a little bit.
Under other sources, one of the things that's listed is fixed asset disposition. That's what, property you sell or something? No.
What page are you on?
I'm on
Fit right after that dollar one. Other sources.
the one opposite the dollar bill. Last paragraph, other sources.
I'm not sure what the fixed assets would be, unless something was to come in if we sold property, or
Okay,
that'd be you're talking about revenue, right?
right.
So I would assume that
Yeah.
we don't have a name for it yet because it isn't here yet, so it'd just be a fixed asset.
What would be?
If we were to sell something, we don't know what we're selling, so I can't tell you, I wouldn't have a title to it because I don't know what we're selling
Other sources.
as a revenue coming in.
It says, such as general obligation bonds, so if we sold bonds or something, that would go into other sources.
Yeah, that I understand. I
And
just
then
was
also
wondering-
a fixed asset disposition, yeah, I'm sure that would be like if we decided to sell the county farm, or if we have
Okay,
a county auction, something like that.
all right.
Oh, yeah, and
Well-
probably rent from the county farm,
Could be fixed.
something like that. But I would imagine, you know, when it says disposition, that any of those things that we'd be disposing of, because we do have auctions now and then.
Do you have any more questions, Gary, or how you coming?
I'm just about to the end of this thing, so probably not.
Okay.
Justin, you have some questions?
Everybody else probably went upstairs.
Well, we met with Farm Bureau the other day, so I think
Oh,
we probably got their questions answered. Another thing I see under other county taxes or revenues is the utility replacement taxes. So that's the taxes on the utilities. They used to all be together, utility tax and property tax, but they've split those out over the last quite a few years. So that's under other sources or whatever. Other financing sources are also transfers We have a transfer of $100,000 from general basic to general supplemental. And then also from rural services to secondary roads. So that would be other revenues for those areas. So secondary roads is getting a transfer from general fund, or from rural services fund, so that would be considered an other source for secondary roads. And this 100,000 from general fund to general supplemental is considered an other source for general supplemental.
If I have any more questions, I know where to get a hold of you people.
Okay.
Right here. Okay, well, from there, I'll ask again, any other comments, public comments, anything? Then I can go ahead and close the public hearing. And now, I can ask for the approval of the compensation increase resolution. Which is what we did earlier, but we need to do it by resolution, which is the elected officials' proposed increase raises.
Okay, so I will make a motion to approve the resolution accepting the salary recommendations for elected officials by the compensation board.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? The auditor is a 2% raise, county attorney is 0, recorder is 2%, sheriff is 3%, supervisors are 0, and treasurer is 2%. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Renee?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye. Motion carries. Now we can go to the approval of the fiscal year 16-17 budget.
I'll make a motion to approve 16-17 budget.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Ron?
Aye.
Renee?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye. Motion carries. And from there, I can ask for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Well, thank you.
This is the shortest one of these I've been to.
You ran out of questions.